What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Senour, and today I'm coming to you in rare form. As you can see, I don't have any makeup on, so we are gonna take a step away from all of my hair tutorials and bring you guys a little makeup fun. So last week, what inspired this video was last week on my Insta story, I got so many compliments on my makeup, which I thought was hilarious because I did it in like 5 minutes, but I wanted to make sure that I could show you guys. I promised a bunch of people that I would show you guys this look. So I'm gonna go from looking like this to this. Alright guys, so without wasting any time, let's get straight into the fun stuff. So first of all, I started with moisturizing my skin. So I use this guy right here. It's a cactus water moisturizer. I have changed up my moisturizer. I'm just trying to find my favorite one, but I do really like this one. So when I apply it all over my face and also onto my neck and my décolleté, so that when I'm blending any of the makeup in, I have very similar skin textures, okay? So we're gonna get started with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my fingers, and this is what I'm gonna use for my lids. So I'm priming them with the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. And what this is doing is it's evening out my skin tone. I have some redness in my eyes, so I always like to put this on, and then it also acts as an adhesive for my eyeshadow. And then I'm gonna take my fluffy brush and I am going to use my favorite palette. It's a Morphe palette. What I love about this is it's not even very expensive. It's like $25. So as you can see, this color right here, I'm gonna use one that is the closest to my skin tone. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of that, pat that product off, and I'm gonna pat this into my eyelid with my fluffy brush. This is, again, just giving it a nice even tone, giving you a good starting point so that you have more true to tone colors when you're putting on your eyeshadow. Magnificent. Then from there, I'm gonna switch brushes. So get rid of the fluffy guy. I'm gonna use something that is a little bit more flat, like this guy here, so you can see it's not quite as thick. This is gonna pack that product on a little bit more, whereas the light and fluffy is gonna be a little more airy, okay? So I'm gonna use this color right here, pat that product off, and this is just kind of, if you guys don't have this Morphe palette, it's like a warm medium brown. And what I'm gonna do with that color is I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna put it along my crease and around the edge. And again, it's not gonna look super perfect, just in the crease, only about this far, okay? Britt's over here behind the camera. She's learning how to do makeup today. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. So I'm just patting it into my skin, in the crease. So it's like a little circle, and then come in. Everybody, when you see Britt next week, it's flawless. Just kidding. Okay. So I'm still using the same color. And then I'm gonna take that fluffy brush again and I'm gonna blend. So this is your blending brush. So blend and blend and blend some more. I always say you never wanna have that weird, nasty line. But I'm building my products from light to dark, so that also helps with the blending. And the reason why I do my eyes first is so you can see I'm getting a little fallout on the bottom here, but the reason why I do my eyes is so that I'm not messing up my complexion. Awesome. So then from there, like I said, I started with this light color, go to a medium. Now I'm gonna go even darker. So we're gonna go with this bad boy right here. And these are all a nice warm brown. Now with this color, I'm just gonna stay in this little corner here, so a little triangle, and I'm gonna do a little triangle on this side. You know what, guys? I forgot to clip my hair out of my face. It's okay. We're gonna get better at these makeup tutorials. You guys just hang with us. Here we go. Now you guys can probably see a little better. All right. So triangle in the corner here. We are on our third color. And again, taking our little brush. If you put too much product on, you can tap your lightest color again and use that to blend. It's all about making it really soft and not really knowing where all of the colors are coming from. This is a great everyday look, but I also wear this look when I'm going out because, again, I can do it in like 10 minutes. So then I'm gonna go one more color darker. So I'm gonna use this guy right here. And with that guy, I'm just gonna do along my lash line on half of my eye. It's like you're just drawing shapes. You got circles and triangles and rectangles. Awesome, and I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna blend. Blend it out, blend it out. Okay. And you're always gonna look a little crazy until you put your foundation on, so don't judge yourself, okay? Just give yourself a little slack, right? So now I get a lot of questions about what I use for my highlighter on my eyes, which it's not an eyeshadow at all. I use, this is the Anastasia Glow Kit. As you can tell, it's very used and abused, but I use the lightest color called Summer as my highlight. And then my other highlighter color that I use is from ColourPop. Okay, so this is called Like a Shot. So I use my fingers whenever I do my highlight because it's just the more compressed of, like you know how I went from the fluffy to the more compressed, like your finger is like the most compressed. So I'm gonna take this, just gonna dab it on like that, and I'm gonna put this right at the center. If you want your eyes to look bigger, this is a great tip. Not that I need bigger eyes, but you know, I like looking big. Okay, so I'm just tapping that into the center. And now I'm gonna take Summer, which is a little bit lighter than that. It's kind of hard for you guys to see, but it's basically just a really light highlight color. I'm gonna massage that onto my finger as well, and I'm gonna tap that into the center, pressing that into my eyelid. This is great even for like a holiday. I feel like you could wear this makeup anywhere. You're welcome, guys. Just kidding. And then I'm just gonna softly blend that too. All right, so that is kind of the start, and then I do my foundation and then I add a little bit more, okay? So now we're gonna get into my favorite foundation products. I get tons of questions about this. My girl Riri, I love Fenty foundation. So I am in the middle of two colors right now. So I have, this is 260 and 210 in the neutral tones. So I mix them together right now because I'm kind of in between seasons. When I wear spray tan, 260 is my go-to. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 pumps 260, right on my hand there. And then I'm gonna do 2 pumps of 210. And I'm just gonna mix those puppies together. And I'm gonna apply it on the inner parts of my face, and then I'm gonna blend outward. And my go-to tool for this is a wet beauty blender. So it's just damp, and I'll usually just take the rest of it off of there. And then I'm gonna press it in. And I'm going in to out. This stuff is so nice and matte, and it looks very full coverage, but natural. I like to blend into my neck a little bit, you know, make sure you don't have that weird line. Now, one area that I have a hard time getting is like this little guy right here. So I'm just gonna put a special little dot right there. And sometimes if I need a little more coverage on my nose because I'm a little freckly from the summer, a little extra there. But you guys can see it looks so soft. Then we're gonna go back to our favorite concealer, the MAC Pro Longwear. And this is the color NC25. And I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger, and I'm just gonna draw 2 triangles, like warriors. So this is called war paint. So we're no, Brett always is like, oh, you're putting your war paint on? So I like to do 2 triangles because then I'm highlighting all of these points of my face, okay? And then when I get to this little corner, I just blend that in, and that's also nice because that acts as a little more highlight on the corners of your eyes. So then when I use same beauty blender, I'm just gonna pat that in. I just use my fingers to kind of smooth and make sure that I get all up in the nooks and crannies. And I always keep a towel nearby so that I can wipe my hands in between. This product you're not gonna wanna live without. I got this when I went to a Makeup by Mario class. So this is Rodeo in the color Banana Powder. And this is what I use for under my eyes so that I don't get any mascara under my eyes for my long days, as well as to help and set my concealer. So I'm gonna pat that underneath. Next is contouring, my friends. This is actually from Walgreens. We're gonna take it down to drugstore brand. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in the color 330, which is Toffee. So you guys can just see it's a little darker stick, darker than my foundation. So I'm just gonna do a line here right underneath so I can get a little cheekbone action. Another line there. Get a real pointy chin, so I'm gonna soften that bad boy. And then I like to do my forehead because this sucker is really showing. And then I do a little bit on the bridge of my nose here for a little bit of bronzing action, okay? So everybody's contouring might be a little different depending on your face. And then I'm just gonna use that same beauty blender and I'm gonna push it in. All right, guys, it's time to highlight. Okay, we're gonna bring back that Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit back out, and I like to mix all 3 of these puppies. No rhyme or reason, a little dab of the bronzer, and we're gonna highlight those cheekbones. So I just highlight my cheeks and I do a little bit down my nose, a little on my forehead, and that's it. No craziness going on here. Okay, awesome, so you got that. Now we're gonna do blush. This is Tarte. I also have a Morphe palette that I do enjoy. And this is the color Party with 3 A's in it. Party! Okay, so I'm just gonna use a nice fluffy brush here. I'm gonna dab, give it a smile, apples on my cheeks, and I'm gonna blend it up. So what I like to do at this point is I like to wipe and moisturize my lips. So I'll just usually take a little makeup remover. This is just Neutrogena. And I'll wipe my lips with it. And then I'll also wipe my brows. There we go. Perfect, and I'm just gonna moisturize. This is just good old Carmex, nothing crazy. So that it's ready and primed for my lip color. And once you do it a million times, like I don't even think about it when I do these things anymore, but it just happens. So now we're gonna go back to our eyes now that our face is done. And I always like to put some eyeshadow down here too because it really just brings everything together. So I'm gonna go back to that second color that I used. And I'm gonna just underline here. And then I take my fluffy brush and I just blend it. And then when I get to this point, I kind of look at it and I'm like, okay, is it bold enough? Is it not? And then I'll add a little bit more of that like last deep brown color. And I'll just pat a little more into that corner if I'm not feeling feisty enough. Yeah, that looks perfect. Okay guys, so now we're gonna get into the brows. So it's no secret I have microblading done. Shout out to Diana at Goddess Beauty Studio for hooking these up. So I don't have to do a ton to it, but I still do like them a little bit thicker. So this is the Brow Wiz by Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color Soft Brown. So this is in the color Soft Brown, so I'm gonna bring this mirror closer to me so that I can really see here. Okay, so I'm just gonna do an underline. So underline the bottom. And then this side has a little, like, little spoolie brush on it, and then I'm gonna brush that up so it kind of brushes that product into there. And then I'm just gonna go along the edges here. And then I'm just enhancing my tail. And then I like to go in upward strokes like this. So up, just soft strokes, just filling in any areas that I want to be a little bit more dense. So you can see in this brow versus this brow. Same thing on this side. And I could totally get away with not doing anything at all, but you know, brows are beautiful. Yeah, those look good. Sorry guys, I'm gonna get real in. Just being real with the crowd. Okay. All right, those look great. Okay, now let's get into the mascara. So first, what I like to do is I like to curl my lashes with this little lash curler. Okay, so we're gonna use a little lash curler. So I just like to go in, and then I like to do a little flip up like this, and then that just helps me to get a little extra curl. Same thing on this side. Go in, flip up. Sometimes this eye on the right side, I feel like my lashes are a little less curly, so I like to do it twice. Okay. One more time for good measure. Perfect. And then my two favorite lash products are, this is the Lancome Lash Primer. So we're gonna use that first, and then we're gonna use, this is the Luminous Lash Paradise by L'Oreal, I think. Yeah, L'Oreal. Shout out to L'Oreal, killing it, girl. Is that even a girl? I don't know. Okay, so first we're gonna use the lash primer. Why I like this lash primer is because then I can see where all my lashes are because it makes them white. This one's a little old. I could probably use a new one at some point. And then I'm gonna do a little on the underneath. So then when I go in with my mascara, I can see exactly where all those lashes are. And I like to look a little bit down because my lashes are pretty long. So then I don't get it on my eyeshadow, but if you do, you can fix it really easily. Like, check that out. Look how much more blue that right eye looks. So cool. Mascara is the bomb, you guys. And I'm pretty sure this is like $7, maybe. Not the lash primer, but the mascara. Okay, now, last and final step for my day-to-day. I like to put lipstick on all the time because I just feel like it really pulls me together. So I'm gonna use the lip color that I used on my Insta story the other day because again, it got so many compliments and everybody wanted to know what it was. So I used, this is L'Oreal as well, so it's one of my less expensive colors. I usually use like MAC or, yeah, there we go. So this is color 806. And you guys can see it's like a brown tone, so it's really nice for fall. So because I already moisturized my lips, now I'm seriously just gonna put my lipstick on. Okay, so that was my first color. And then I did use a little bit of, this is a Morphe color called The Talk. And I just had a little bit of this to like warm it up, just kind of in the center. Because the other one, it's really cute when it wears off a little bit, but initially I look a little dead. So that's my lip color. Now, if you wanna take this look one step further, what I do when I'm doing like photo shoots and events is I use these Ardell lashes. These are, they just say Knot Free Naturals in medium in the color black. And so I like to put just individuals of those on instead of strip lashes because my eyes get really irritated with strip lashes. And then I just use, this is the black duo adhesive. And just for funsies, I'm gonna show you guys how to put these on because why not? So I'm gonna take these out. The lash glue, if you ever have issue with it, it needs a little bit of time to dry. So what I usually do is I will put this on just a little dab on the top of this here, like this, boop. And I'll just put that on and I'll let it dry while I'm kind of doing my makeup so that it's ready to go when I'm ready for my lashes. Okay guys, so I gave that a little drying time. So now all I do is I just pull these puppies off with my fingers, and you can see I got a little guy like this. And I just usually will put them on the ends of my eyes. So I'm gonna come down this way. And then I just place them like that. And these are the same, the medium are the same length as my natural lashes, so I just use them for a little bit of fullness. Sometimes I'll buy the long ones too. And then if you don't have time to let it dry, you can just like blow on it really fast. So I'll just put a couple on the end here. And then I just push them down. So that when I turn to the side, if I have any gapping in my natural lashes, because your natural lashes shed, you know, you can just fill those puppies in. And then what I'll do is I'll put another coat of mascara just so that I can make sure that I marry all of the pieces together. Okay, so now that I have all of my beautiful single little lashes on, I just put a couple on, like 3 or 4 each side, maybe. If that, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit more of my mascara on. Just gently on these puppies. All right, you guys, so that is my everyday makeup. I hope you all enjoyed it and that I answered all of your questions. If you guys have any questions about this tutorial or makeup in general, feel free to post them in the comments below. Also, do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get pings for more videos like this. Please post your requests because I just love to see them, and that's how I come up with 90% of my videos. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.